All right, we're recording. Okay, Michelle, do you want to take it?
Um,
Otherwise, I'm going to jump into funniest customer cancellations, baby, to start this thing off right.
yeah, remember last week Michaela told you to bring your funniest customer cancellations or
Or
just
like, what the,
anything, like
what?
what? So like Kim Trilo, you had an epic
Yeah,
last week, you know.
right. Yeah, I had a good one last week and I had another good one today. So,
Bring them, tell us.
yeah.
Let's laugh
Let's
first.
hear it.
Okay, so last week she told me she had not opened her box yet because she was sick. So, this
that was
week
how
I had a gentleman tell me that he didn't want another shipment yet because he only takes his Juice Plus in the winter. So I'm asking him to clarify why he only takes his Juice Plus in the winter months and not in the summer months.
Oh,
I
that's
don't
funny. I
know.
haven't heard
I really, I'm going to start writing a book, you guys. It's just,
you should.
it's,
Did you say,
it's comical.
does your DNA know that it's summer? I mean,
That's what I asked him. I said, generally, you get a better result if you take it every single day. But I would love to hear why you feel that you should just take it in the winter. And he hasn't responded yet.
that's a good one. Who else? Bring them on. Bring them. We've all had them. Do you have a good one?
Nobody has a good one. I can't remember because I haven't had a good one lately.
I have one that tops them all for me. It was a lady, I've told some of you about her already, but she only lives for smoking and drinking. And after 4 months on Juice Plus, neither tasted as good as they did before. And so she was wasting so much money only drinking or only eating smoking a quarter of her cigarette, that she wanted to cancel her Juice Plus because she was so irritated about it that she'd get a quarter of the way done and be like, I'm over this right now. So yeah, and she's
my
still
gosh,
smoking and drinking.
that has to go on like that. You can't make this stuff
Yeah.
up.
No, we need to we need to write a book. So her Juice Plus is interfering with her smoking and drinking.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Pepsi doesn't taste as good, and that's what she mixed with her Bacardi. And so she was out on the Juice Plus category because of that. It's not Who else?
Why did she even start taking Juice Plus in the first place? Because
that's an interesting story, actually. I probably would not have shared Juice Plus with her. I was telling her about Juice Plus because she was going to see a severely anorexic friend of hers. It was actually her good friend's daughter, and she only weighed 90 pounds and was was starving. And I said, oh my gosh, would she be open to Juice Plus? And she's like, well, what's Juice Plus? And I sent the girl a container like this of protein balls. And this lady had eaten them before she got to Carney even. And so the girl never got the protein balls because this lady ate them. And then she called me and said, those things were phenomenal. I need that shake mix. And I also probably need Juice Plus because I hate vegetables. So anyway, that's one of those deals that the gal that had the eating disorder never did get on Juice Plus though. So anyway. It's wild. Okay, anyone else? Nope. Okay, Michelle, take it away.
well, I was just thinking about here we are in June 11th, and we're entering into the summer. I know how many of you guys have kids out of school and find yourself very busy traveling. And how do you keep that momentum going during the summer, right? So I really wanted to, and I don't know if, I know a lot of you guys have your videos off maybe because stuff's going on in the background, but we don't care what you look like. We'd love to see your beautiful faces anyway. And I know poor Veronica's having a hard time finding her maybe the camera on her computer's not working, because she's been trying to get her face on here. But you can log in from your phone too, Veronica, if you want to do that instead. But anyway, so I wanted to hear from you guys, because you guys have so much wisdom, as we just learned from, Bree and Piper and Amy. I want to hear from you guys what your plans are for the summer to keep the momentum going, what events that you're doing that you're having fun with, just kind of how you're reaching out. And I'm going to take some notes here. So who wants to go first? Diane.
One of the things that I love doing in the summer, well, we love doing like barbecues at our house and stuff. So we're doing a lot of those kinds of get-togethers. We've already started doing those like with Memorial Day weekend. And the other thing is just like, beach days, for those of you that don't live in Nebraska or in Hawaii, but you can go to pools and things that. The other thing I like to do is customer appreciation events. So we're going to do one this month, actually, in Nebraska at my mom's. And so I'm excited about doing that, just I think those are kind of fun, and they're, just a way we can all get together and build camaraderie with each other. So those are just a couple of the things we're doing.
What I'm hearing you say is that you're having fun events that you would have anyway, and you just know that in the normal interaction and relationship time, what you do, what you're excited about, charity miles, different things, it's just going to naturally come up. And if I know you guys, Jeff will have made those amazing macadamia nut protein balls with the complete. And when you share those with everybody, they'll be like, "Oh my gosh, what is this? And how do I get it?"
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, it's kind of incorporated. Yeah, we always have those, and it just comes up at the house because we have the chewables out, or the kids, it just comes up in conversation.
Diane,
but
when you're doing barbecues, because we're having a barbecue on the 15th, how do you do a program, or how do you incorporate Juice Plus other than just having it out? How does the evening go?
Well, honestly, it's not about that so much, but like in our kitchen, I have a laminate of Juice Plus like on the side, and that's a conversation starter. So like sometimes I've had people, I saw somebody just raise their hand. Do you have one too? I feel like that's something that comes up a lot, where people will just be like looking on, the fridge at our pictures or whatever, and they'll be like, "What's this?" And then I like, the balls are a conversation starter. It just seems like it's more authentic that way. We don't really have like a script or any sort of program specifically, but we have the Tower Garden, which is out front set up. So that's a conversation starter too, because a lot of people are just like, "What's that?" And so, yeah, I think that's just kind of how it kind of comes up, without much effort. We don't really have to, it just seems like in talking to people about themselves, like they ask us about ourselves and, how are you guys able to stay home with your kids in the summer together? And so then we just start telling them about what we do. That's kind of how the conversation starts. And then we go from there. Or if we're talking about like our kids and how they've been healthy, that's another kind of segue. So it's just about getting into conversation with people. So that's really how we've done it.
So Diane, not to totally put you on the spot, but when somebody says, "Well, what do you do? How do you stay home?" Like, what do you say? I know it's probably a little bit different each time, but kind of what do you say?
Well, I just tell people that I found out about this amazing company that has allowed me to stay at home with my kids while also making money, and that I've always been into health, and even though I was a skeptic at first, I realized that it was an awesome and easy way to get 30 fruits and vegetables into my body, or sometimes I'll say 45, when I'm talking about the shakes too. And so that, it just begs the question, what are you doing? So then I'll explain to them more about what Juice Plus is at that point if they seem interested. But I push it, I really just try to just help people. Honestly, like I was looking for a better way than what I was doing in corporate America. So I share my story, and then I share why my kids and my family, I wanted to spend more time with them. So I wasn't getting that in the pharmacy world that I was working in. So
I love the way you said, I found this amazing company that's allowed me to stay home with my kids while making money. That's great. And it just like creates curiosity. And then last question, your customer appreciation event, what is that going to look like? Are you literally reaching out and say, I want to invite you to this because you're our customer, or like, thank you. What are you doing? Yeah.
Yep. So phone calls to some of them, just text messages to others, and Facebook messages. Yeah, just contacting them, letting them know the date and the time. And usually what we do is we just have like mimosas or, champagne, some sort of like cocktail or mocktail option. And then we have healthy food provided. Like they just can come. They don't have to like bring anything. We usually just provide like, fruits and dips, and Jeff usually makes something delicious, and so then we just have fun. We usually have salads and things like that. And we, go out on the deck, and we just all get together and talk. And it's just like, it's always just really fun. So, and say thanks.
And I know Deanna's hosting a customer appreciation event that she's doing at her house, where she has a taco truck coming. So she's going to have the vegetarian and meat options for both people. And then the reps are each going to pay $25 to help cover the costs of the food. And then their guests will be free. And then each of the reps is just going to bring a little gift, whether it's a shaker or water bottle, a candle, that's maybe a $15 value, so they can do raffles and award it. And, in the organic process, people will be telling their stories. I know, Jess, you and your husband shared your story last year at that event. And I think, is that when you brought Helen, and she, just got such a vision and now is such an incredible part of the team, right? Yeah. Okay. So what's everybody else doing? Thank you, Diane. That was great.
For me, I've really struggled with this question a lot because, as you know, Michelle, and for the rest of you, I don't like to do a bunch of events. They stress me out. I don't mind partnering with other people or tagging on other people. So what I kind of made a shift in my thinking was really just trying to be more intentional to build relationships, and Team Z helped me get into mindset. So for example, Friday night, my husband was out of town, and I decided to go have some moms and their kids over. I didn't make it a Juice Plus thing. I just wanted to build relationships and make it super simple. And I was hoping Juice Plus would come up, and it kind of did, but not really. One was a past customer, and one was not even a customer, but that's okay. My tower garden was there. We were sitting around it. I was hoping it was for some conversation, but I'm trying to place less pressure on myself, to kind of like what Michaela was saying on that one call last week, where she used to go with an agenda. Like, I'm trying not to have the agenda, and then maybe that's going to build confidence with these people, right? And trust, to where in the future they know what I do. And if it didn't come up, they'll be more apt to feel like, okay, I wasn't trying to shove Juice Plus down their throat. Well, then Saturday night, I went and we had dinner with some friends while we were at a dance competition for Emma, and I went with no agenda. This is a family I've been wanting to get on Juice Plus, but every time that the subject changes. And all of a sudden, because I've been doing more of, Jen, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, ask more questions. And that's a big struggle for me. For those of you who know me, that's a really hard one for me. And so I kept wanting to bring up Juice Plus, and I kept stopping. Nope, ask more questions. Nope, ask more questions. So I kept going further and further, and lo and behold, I've known these people since the fall. Emma's good friends with the daughter. I didn't know the husband had a kidney disease and is going to need a kidney transplant in the next few years. And I don't know why he has it. And the daughter has an autoimmune disease. and is allergic to everything and takes antihistamines every day. Not the one that's Emma's friend, but the one that's away at college. So I stopped and started, throwing Juice Plus on them earlier in the conversation. I would have shut that conversation down and I wouldn't have learned all that. And now they're open to it. And they haven't really opened it before, but because I asked a lot of questions. So that's going to be my goal this summer. Is there's so many more opportunities in the summer to go to barbecues, to even just have one-on-one, have someone over swimming, and just build relationships. And I think that's really come from Team Z, that change in mindset for me. And where that's going to lead, I don't know, but I think that is going to be a good thing. And also get out more. I tend to be a task-oriented person. And so last Wednesday at a pool party to go to for something, and they said the parents didn't have to stay, but we could. And I was like, oh, I'm going to drop her off and come home and work on Team Z. I thought to myself, how stupid is that? Here's a bunch of new people I've never met before. What a great opportunity. I threw my agenda out the window, stayed, and lo and behold, met a woman whose mom had breast cancer and was intrigued by my story, had never heard of Juice Plus and wants more information. So had I not stayed, had I not asked questions, had I not tried to just build relationships with people with no agenda, that wouldn't have happened. So long story, sorry, but is my goal this summer is not necessarily having specific Juice Plus events, but just get out there, build relationships, more questions, and see where it goes.
I love that. That was great and great advice.
Yeah.
And I know that that's probably making you a lot more excited about your business than if you were stressed trying to figure out how to do events that you really don't want to do. And that's where we can all find what we like and bring it into the business, right? So that's awesome. Great.
And I just want to really quick, I don't know if Bree or any of them are on the call still, but things like where other people do the legwork, because that stuff stresses me out. It's just so wonderful for those of us where that's not our gift, that we can plug into, because I really appreciate it. And I do have several people on my team who are not Juice Plus customers and who've never been interested, that are on the Charity Miles team. So things like that, where we can just plug into, like you mentioned, Deanna's thing, where I encourage the people that are on the call, don't have to necessarily have your own event, maybe partner with somebody and create an event together, kind of like Piper and Amy and Bree got together and did that.
It's great.
Awesome.
Thanks for sharing that, Jen. I love the more relational summer too. If you remember talking to me last summer, I even put in our nitty gritty talk actually that, a lot of days I don't want to leave the house, but it's amazing what happens when you force yourself to leave the house. Last week, I've decided that this summer I'm going to be way more intentional. I used to hate play dates. I thought they were a waste of time. That sounds awful, but I was like ticking off all the things I could be doing in my head. And so this summer, last week we were only home one morning. We were out doing things. It ended up being the most random, weird, adding contacts week that I have had in a long time. Ended up striking up a conversation at a boutique in Red Cloud. The brand Bicycle Riders Across Nebraska was in Red Cloud, and I ended up striking up this conversation with this guy by the name of Harry. And now we're Facebook friends, and he's asking about Juice Plus, and he's an older guy that would be an awesome rep. He knows all sorts of cyclists. But anyway, just stuff like that just blows your mind. Or, having a nurse practitioner that I've been intimidated by for a long time out for coffee, which is not very like me either. And, that conversation is still going and still developing. And so relationships are just so important in it. I don't think I used to give them enough credit. But now I go into every situation with the attitude of like, okay, what's the gift in this situation? What's the gift going to be today? Whether they can give me a gift or I can give them a gift, I'm going about it in a whole different attitude of gratitude, actually.
Awesome. And any other thoughts? Jess, Kim? Asa, Kim, we got a couple Kims.
I was just going to say one real quick thing about Jen's comment, that one of the hardest, I know it's a little bit off topic, but one of the hardest transitions for people when they come out of a JOB into this business is to get out. because you feel like the time that you're productive is when you're at your desk, like you're used to doing in a day job. But in our business, you want to be away from your desk. You need to be out talking to people. So that's it's a mind shift. So it's difficult to do, and you catch yourself over and over doing the opposite. You need to be out talking to people. So I agree completely, and that's a good realization with what you're doing.
Well, hopefully that gives you guys some good ideas. And then of course, just the small, consistent thing, the little things that we do every day, right? Like if you brush your teeth twice a day, your dental hygienist would tell you that's better than brushing them for an hour once a month, right? So it's just those little things. And when you touch your business and you just randomly call your customers, just, to say, hey, how are you doing? I was thinking about you today. Are you enjoying your summer? Just remember to take Juice Plus, or tell me, how are you still taking it? Or maybe not even bring it up. Maybe you just want to reach out and say hi. And I think also thinking about, obviously being intentional, taking a little bit of time to learn our new systems with the Freedom Revolution and the tools that we have. So when you do bring somebody new, you have a level of confidence that you know some of the tools. And then of course the age-old, don't have to be perfect, right? We all have kind of learned that one a little bit, I hope.
Actually,
I know it's taken
years. If you aren't perfect, you actually get better responses. I remember a year ago or so, I messaged 30 people with, hey, Erin, just wondering what you're doing Friday night. Only one of them's name was Erin, though, right? It was like I copied and pasted and was just firing them off thinking, oh, yeah, this is awesome. And then that total butt sweat moment of like, their names are not, 29 of their names are not Erin. And so I went back to each of them and said, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. I know your name is not Erin. I would still love to have you come on Friday night. I promise I'll call you your right name. And 27 out of 29 responded. So now I almost want to do that on purpose and just be like, just because then they're like, oh, I was wondering. So-and-so did call me Erin last week, though. So anyway.
That's funny.
That's duplicatable, though. That works.
Another thing I've been doing, reaching out to customers, doing customer care, is reminding them to take their Juice Plus with them on vacation to help stay healthy while they're traveling. Because you know how a lot of people forget their Juice Plus and then they get behind? Oh, I forgot it while I was on vacation and I'm behind, kind of thing. So I'm reminding them to take it with them while they're flying places, while they're doing stuff, so that they keep their immune system healthy and they don't get sick.
There you go. That's a good one.
Great point. I love that.
Who else has something to add?
Now, is that Veronica? Yay.
Okay, I'm going to
ask. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
I don't know how to use this.
Welcome.
So I had to change from my computer to my phone to my computer to my phone. So I've been listening to you guys and I'm loving it. Really great ideas. Looks like a fabulous. So really love the stressing, that it's building relationships and, just letting it happen naturally. I really like that. Just kind of walking the walk and being involved, being connected. One of my big is mindfulness. More recently, for some reason, it's really come out to me, being present. And, I'm one, I love to do lists. I love to check off. I love to feel productive. And so to just go to, like you guys are saying, play dates. I have grandchildren now instead of the little kids, but just to go somewhere and just sit and just be involved and be present with the people there, and just to be fully present and not thinking about, oh, I could be doing this or that. And that's such a gift to ourselves and a gift to others. So I love that.
Great advice. Thank you. That was awesome.
And you hardly look young enough to have grandkids. I love that.
47.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you guys. You
We
guys
were
are
some of the
beautiful.
best looking grandparents and
No kidding.
They're pretty young. So even though I'm just starting on Juice Plus, I've been passionate about eating lots of fruits and veggies for probably the last 12 years. So I'm sure that's helped some.
Well, you can tell you're glowing.
Thank you. It's very sweet.
You're
Okay,
welcome.
so I hit the raise hand button. Now I need to lower hand. So,
I don't know, I can lower your hand. There you
okay.
Oh, I didn't even
Unmute
see your
anytime.
hand
You don't have to raise your hand. Just belt
Just
it out.
mute it.
Just
Oh, okay. And how does it know to switch back and forth? Like how, when somebody starts talking, you know how like,
Oh, you have to unmute yourself
it's-
or I unmute you.
I think what she's talking about is she's got a speaker view on right now.
Oh, okay. Swipe
You-
from right to left.
Yes. Swipe.
oh, hi. Yeah, there you go. Hey, Bree. I'm figuring it out. So
That's cute.
maybe I have my 18-year-old poodle with me. No
Oh,
teeth
yeah.
and her tongue sticks out. So kind of cute.
Juice plus 2. She'll live to 28 then maybe.
And your I don't know if you meant your video to go off, Veronica, but it went off. So, but okay. Anybody else have any other words of wisdom? Any other ideas? Quiet group here this evening. All right, that's okay. I think that was really great. I know I got a lot out of it. So I hope you guys did as well. I really appreciate you guys sharing your ideas, and thank you for being on. I know you're all busy and it's summertime, summertime. So
really quick on ideas is one of the best things I've found is teaming up with Sidelines. I have loved meeting Amy and Piper and chatting with them. And it's like, we're like, okay, so what are we going to do next? You know, and it's like, and then working with Bethany and Lori, their other Sidelines. It's like, and everybody has different ideas. And so that's been the cool thing, is reaching out to other people and like collaborating, kind of like what Jennifer was saying. Like everybody has their the things they're good at, and together it works.
You guys
Well, and how fun that
What's that?
I just think how fun it is to say that I have a brand new friend that I didn't know that long. You know, I've only known you for a little while, Bree, and you live in California and I live in Nebraska, but like we talk constantly, you know, we're talking every single day of the week right now. And it's legitimately, we're really friends. And I can say to people in my town, well, I teamed up with my friend from California who I just met.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and I think that's in keeping with what Trilo was saying a week or so ago, that let's take fun back, you know, how can we just have more fun? And that's what you guys are doing because of these relationships. You're taking your business and making it really fun. And I know I have a sideline buddy that I team up with for a lot of shred accountability. Like we're like, okay, I'm walking now, or I don't have my dang steps in yet, or, you know, it just keeps it fun. I mean, it's so much more fun that way. So anyway.
Well, and another thing that it does, teaming up with Sidelines, is it makes going to conference that much more fun and that much more appealing, because, you know, that's the only time you're going to see them, you know? So I love that too, is that, you know, it's like the family reunion that you want to go to.
Yeah, right. Awesome. All right. Well, thanks guys for being on, and everybody have a fun, relationship-filled, productive week.
Do you have a growth opportunity? Do we need a growth opportunity?
I always forget. Was I the kid that didn't like homework? I don't know. Well, who on here has a good idea for a growth opportunity that would keep you, maybe reach out to at least one person that you can have be accountable with, so you guys can share what your goals for the week are? I don't know. Does that sound terribly uninspired? I was just thinking Amy and Bree and Piper had so much fun with that, but I don't know. I forgot to think about that in advance.
Anyone else? Or that's it? All right. Reach out to a guideline and be accountable. How about that?
Oh, it doesn't sound very exciting. It doesn't sound very fun. Trilo, don't you have a funner idea than that?
Funner. I just like my brain's going towards what Jen was talking about, just getting out there and asking more people that you would not normally talk to questions. And
Brilliant.
just trying to meet and connect with more people every day that you don't normally talk to.
Okay.
Just by asking questions with no agenda and see what happens.
So here it is. Talk to at least 3 people in the next week, but between now and next Monday, and learn at least 3 things about them.
Mm-hmm.
Just learn 3 random things about them. 3. Is that easy enough?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds way more fun.
Yeah.
Thank you for like pulling me off the ledge there. I was like, all right.
We can report back next week what was like the most interesting thing we learned about one of those people.
I hope you all meet a guy like Harry Ballage, like I did this last week.
Harry Ball.
You never know.
Well, he spells his name Baulisch. So try to look that up on Facebook without giggling when he's right across the table from you. I just pray that his wife's not named Ivana. I gotta go. We gotta stop the recording on that. Sorry.